can be improved almost instantly. Finally, J.J. Redick, the #1 three-point shooter and all-time leading scorer in ACC history, gives you his shooting insights in this 48-minute bonus section. J.J. takes his time to answer everything from his shot development as a youth to how he gets his shot off in games at the highest level. Plus, you'll see J.J. demonstrating throughout the entire video. Who better to illustrate shooting techniques than perhaps the greatest shooter to ever step on the court? By the way, look for cameo appearances throughout the video by one of the purest shooters and best young scorers in the NBA, Ben Gordon. And you'll get to learn from our new friend Ben in a future Better Basketball video. And now, in Better Basketball tradition, without taking any bad shots, let's get started with Better Basketball's Better Shooting.
Secret number 1, practice. 8 secrets to real training.
I'm sure you've been told that to become a better shooter, you must practice, practice, practice. I agree, but let's dive into what practice really means.
Preparation.
Not only must you set aside the time to watch and study this video like you're doing now, but you must set aside the time to get out on the court with the ball in your hands and apply what you learn. In other words, watching this video alone won't do it.
Repetition.
You can't get around the sweat that's required from the number of repetitions needed to create new muscle memory. When it comes to developing a great shot, there are no free lunches. Now, if you want to see how to get maximum reps in the time you spend training, see my review of The Gun by Shootaway in Chapter 11.
Attitude.
Great shooters are a little crazy. They think all their shots are going in. They sincerely believe that they can outshoot anyone in the world. You are going to have to develop that kind of attitude. You must begin to believe in yourself that strongly.
Concentration.
Great shooters can block out distractions and focus. Don't use a lack of concentration as an excuse. Concentration can be developed, but like a muscle, it has to be exercised.
Technique.
Technique is the main thrust of this video. And best of all, these techniques can be applied to all game shots. If you're going to practice, then why not practice with the best techniques that will give you the most return for the time you're going to put in? Any practice is good, but the best practice comes from training with the best techniques that build the best shooting habits that can be applied to the full spectrum of game shots at game speed.
Intensity.
The greater your intensity, the quicker your learning curve goes up. Take no casual shots. If you need to rest, then rest. But when you train, train like the game is on the line, because it will be.
Conditioning.
Don't play to get into shape. Get in shape to play. You shoot with your entire body. So face it, your whole body may have to get in better shape for you to get the results you want.
Expectations.
If you shoot for nothing, you're probably going to hit it. To be successful, you must set tangible, realistic goals for yourself and then expect results. And I expect results from you when you master and apply the techniques from Better Basketball's Better Shooting.
Secret number 2, the best kept secret to changing bad habits.
What I'm about to tell you is so important that it must precede the rest of the video. Here it is. What you do after the shot will affect future shots. Let me say it again. What you do after the shot will change and affect future shots. I've never seen a case where this has failed. Now that's a pretty strong statement, but correcting your form after the shot is how you change bad habits. Let me explain how this works with a few examples. You will learn in Chapter 1 that you should finish your shot with your shooting hand above the goal. That means that you must pose long enough after the shot to see where your shooting hand finishes. If it's off to the side after the shot, then you must correct yourself immediately. Bring your shooting hand over the goal and hold it there in the correct pose before you proceed with your next shot. In another part of Chapter 1, you'll learn that your guide arm should finish extended, framing the goal along with your shooting arm. But let's pretend that after your shot, you notice that your guide arm has dropped. Immediately bring it up and hold it correctly before you proceed to your next shot. You'll learn that your guide hand should finish with fingers and thumb pointing up, and yet after your shot, if your guide hand looks like this, then correct yourself by properly positioning your fingers before you go to the next shot. One more example. As you'll learn in Chapter 2, your feet should finish under your shoulders with 10 toes pointing to the basket.